you so much, Gil. School year just about here. There's a lot of stuff to get done before it begins, and then once it does begin, it still seems like everything's a mad dash in the morning. It's the kind of situation where organizing can help you out. In my case, easier said than done. So joining me now to help me and you with some of these things is Jen McCullough from Sunshine Organizing Services to tell us ways to make life a little more organized and a little more efficient. We talked about earlier, Jen, about sort of the benefits of organizing. Let's talk about specifics here. And you say start with scheduling of all things. Show us what you got here.
Absolutely. Basically, our whole morning is kind of broken down into a routine here, and each of the kids need to go through this list.
Gil is very disorganized, and therefore he's...
Well, this is important.
He's joining us for this as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And so before they can do anything else or be ready to go, they know that they need to do all of the things and check off things like brush their hair and teeth.
Yeah, no, we should, you
can
can't
hold
quite
this for
see
you,
it, but
too,
it
if you
says
want.
responsibility chart. So what this really is not something for you to hover and enforce. It's something for the
Right.
kids to internalize and follow themselves. Give us some idea of what some of these specific labels are here, goals.
Little things like brushing your hair and teeth, packing your lunch, water bottle, snack, making sure your homework, papers, library books, and things like that are in your backpack.
So time is a part of organization. I mean, that's what
Absolutely.
I fight with. It's all about timing and making time to be organized.
Yeah, and that's why that's at the top of your list, is
Right.
do scheduling.
Yep.
And then you got a checklist after that. How is that different?
Well, it's kind of on here is just you not having to nag them about it. It's them,
They know.
them being responsible for, they know they have to brush their teeth, and then they check it off. And before, say, they want to go play in the morning, you say, well, have you done everything on your list?
And there's something about being accomplished, too, when you see those check marks, right? Because
Right.
that's how I am when I do the to-do list. Once it's checked off, it gives you motivation to do it again.
Right, and not repeating yourself. So.
And
Right.
then maybe the key word of all, containers. Organizing is all
look at
about
this.
containers.
Yeah.
What have you got here
See,
for
I would
us?
just do okay, that's what it is. But we're
Yep.
advanced here.
Yep, we've labeled the top here. These actually, I keep them in a drawer in our kitchen so the kids can reach them. They pack their own lunches in the morning.
Right.
So
Nice.
they come down, and maybe the only thing they might need help with is maybe making their sandwich or cutting up fruit if it's something they'd need help with. But we have these containers here so they know they can put a little
Wow.
snack like goldfish into this.
Do you actually do any parenting at all, or do your kids just do
They're
everything?
autopilot program.
Please. Gotta make your life easy.
She's sleeping through this whole thing, and the kids are like, just get your
Partly
containers, go,
true,
leave.
partly
It's
true.
Get the system figured out, and then
Hey,
it works
listen,
out
man.
nice.
If you can,
That's
that's
wonderful.
nice work if you can get it. All right. What about homework? Organizing homework after
is school
A
time.
lot of
coming
papers
up.
come home. My kids, the younger ones, their homework is due at the end of the week, so they have papers they have to keep track of all week long. And so we have these bins here, and so say their library book, when they're done reading it, goes into their own bin.
Right.
And then their homework goes into the bin as well, so they know when it's time to do homework, where do they get it? They go
Another
in their bin,
system. That's
they
good.
take it out.
And you can stack those, so you
Yep,
could have a few of those.
Yes, you can.
The paper
Um,
divider here, which is familiar
Yep.
to, actually not just for school kids, but any office.
Yeah,
could
and this
use
is great for papers that need to go back to school, forms you need to fill out, field trip money. I save these little envelopes that come in with your bills and things
Yeah,
like that because
yeah.
you're always having to send money back to school.
Oh,
so-
yeah. Well, money's always being sent somewhere. Hey, now, let me ask this question. Now, this is sort of a spiritual question right here. I can go out and buy all these things. I can do all these things. I can set all this stuff up.
It looks nice.
But in a very short period of time, it goes sideways. How do you pull it back on track? What is that special sort of discipline, would you call it, to make sure that you still got something working here?
Well, the system has to work for your family. So
But I know myself that looking at this is awesome, but I would
Right.
have all this just piled on top. And
Me
this
too.
top one
Same
would
thing.
grow.
No,
and all of a sudden
there would
somebody
be
would touch
food.
it.
There would be pizza on top of this
landslide.
thing in my house.
Yeah.
yeah,
before
this
you-
is kind of in their own little. We have a hutch, and their pencils and pens and craft supplies are there, and so this is their thing. And every once in a while, we do have to dump it out.
So that's
and
probably
go through.
the thing, right?
There's
just
upkeep.
keeping
There is
yourself
upkeep.
in check with doing it.
And,
Absolutely.
or just do what we do and go out back and set a big fire and burn everything.
Oh.
Organizing tips, let's review the scheduling, the checklist, storage containers for everything. and have a place for everything. Like I said,
Not just the desktop.
like I said, easier said than done. You guys, I buy storage containers all the time, and then I find that the storage containers become disorganized in the way that I keep them. So I need your service.
Well, that sounds great. Let's
And,
get
then,
to the appointment.
and she has a service. She has a website. If you want to find out more about it, Jen, thank you so much.